Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, before I begin with this lesson, I want to start it off by giving all the glory and infinite praises to the true and the only living powers. And I do mean the true and the only living powers. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings be to all the arguing now pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom and Yahweh Shema Shai Barakathon. Alright, so real quick, I don't really know what I'm entitled the lesson at this moment. But what I wanted to get into is this screenshot that I actually took from Twitter. Right, and as y'all see, dude is a Jake and he's a sodomite. Right? And as y'all see what he posted, it says being you know what, right? I'm gonna just say sodomite. All right, being a sodomite is not a sin. Alright, which is off as hell. But this just shows you the times that we're in. Because, when you read in 2 Peter, I think it's the 3rd chapter, it spoke about those perilous times, which means evil and dangerous times. All right. Then it started listing, the things that was going to be in those times, which is, adulterers, murders, lies. And another one was abominations. All right. And this is an abomination right here because, first and foremost, the Heavenly Father didn't have it set up to where, man was supposed to be with man. Right, or a woman with a woman. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? The Lord had the man set up with the woman and the woman set up, with the man, for a reason. Right? For a particular reason, because that's how life is created. You know what I'm saying? Because when you read in Genesis, what is it, the 1st chapter, if I'm not mistaken? Matter of fact, it's not the 1st, but it's I think the 10th, I think. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what did the Lord tell, you know what I'm saying, Noah and his sons or his sons to be faithful, you know what I'm saying, and or it's like it be fruitful and multiply. And you can't do that shit fucking with the same gender. All right, this is the confusion that Esau has pushed out here. And you Jakes, as the Lord said, you are drunken but not with wine. You know what I'm saying? You drunken spiritually because of all the shit that you dibbling and dabbling into. You know what I mean? Now you got, weird ass niggas like this talking about, being a sodomite isn't a sin. You know what I'm saying? The whole time, the scriptures, talks about how the Most High hates sodomites. Look at what he did to Sodom and Gomorrah. He burnt that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Burnt Sodom as well as the other 4 cities that was aligned with it. Burnt that shit up due to what? You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Abominations. The same shit that's going on here in America. You know what I'm saying? Which is exactly why the Lord called America spiritual Sodom. Because everything that Sodom was doing, America is doing that and even more. You know what I mean? You got, now, with Esau's technology, with him living in his prime, so to speak, his blessing, dude is able to chop off, a man's privy parts and give him or make it look like he has, those of a woman. You know what I mean? Taking women's uterus out and put them in, men so they can so-called give birth. You know what I'm saying? This shit is all backwards. All right. And as I said in this, in this quote right here, if you can't see why the Lord gonna burn this bitch, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? If you can't see on why the Lord gotta burn America, why America just has to be done away with, then hey, you a part of the problem. And hey, if the Lord don't choose to have mercy on you, hey, you gonna be one of them souls that's gonna be burnt up here. You know what I'm saying? Or he may just take you out in Jacob's trouble. Either way it go, the shit is gonna be a painful way to go out. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord said in Jeremiah 18, I think, they shall die grievous deaths. When you go into the word grievous, it means horrific, horrifying. You know what I mean? Hey, but rightfully so, because all of this shit is backwards. You know what I'm saying? For a little girl to want to grow up to be a man and all this, you know what I'm saying? A little Jake, a little nigga that's supposed to be a king, you know what I'm saying, when he get older. He all into dudes and shit. It's not supposed to be that way. There's a reason why the Lord, you know what I'm saying, has where, hey, if that's the case, if dude is a sodomite, you're supposed to stone his ass because that shit is like cancer. And what does cancer do? It spreads. You know what I mean? Which is, hey, look at America. You know what I'm saying? Once Obama, or what is it, probably maybe the early 2000s or so. I'm not really too sure exactly when it started happening, but when, a motherfucker started coming out of the closet, you know what I'm saying, in other words, that shit spread it. You know what I'm saying? Then when Obama ass hopped in office, started giving, you know what I'm saying, sodomites rights and started allowing them to, marry each other. That shit spread like wildfire. Look at America today. You know what I'm saying? Now there's, sodomite parades. You know what I'm saying? When this wasn't a thing, you know what I'm saying, a little while back. But now it is. You know what I'm saying? But that just shows you the times they were living in, because it's starting to get worse and worse. And as the Lord has said, as a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and grab it real quick. As the Lord said, they declared their sin as Sodom. You know what I mean? The Sodom and Gomorrah, they was open with this shit. They wasn't hiding it. You know what I'm saying? Them was cities full of, you know what I'm saying, momos. You know what I mean? They wasn't hiding this shit, and they were so proud to the point where they was trying to have sex with angels. You know what I mean? You got motherfuckers now that's talk that'll openly say, you know what I mean, a little abomination. You know what I'm saying? An abominable ass soul. You know what I'm saying? Will say some blasphemous shit like they'll have sex with, you know what I'm saying, with Jesus, you know what I'm saying? But they really talking about the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That's why this shit gonna have to go. You know what I mean? And call like you have about Shema Shah, because just imagine, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, being in this truth, you knowing what's right and what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? You trying to raise up a little prince, you know what I mean, to follow in your stead. And bro turned out to be a Momo because of where he at. You know what I mean? This shit gotta go. You know what I mean? But most of our people gonna have to go with it. Because as the Lord said, if I have not left them a remnant, they would be a Sodom, roughly paraphrasing. Because our people is all through. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's supposed to be a king, but look at him. You know what I'm saying? A full-blown weirdo. Alright, Jake ain't supposed to be following, you know what I'm saying, doing the same shit that these other nations do. This is, you know what I'm saying, shit that Ham, you know what I'm saying, really came up with. Ham was the first Momo, you know what I mean? And then Esau, you know what I'm saying, right behind him. And what is Jake doing? Doing the same exact thing, which is a lot of, hey, 2/3 just gotta go because, hey, like I quoted, we will be at Sodom, man. And the result of Sodom was, hey, that fire and brimstone, ain't nothing there but ruins. Nothing even grows there. And that's how America's gonna be shortly. All right, it's spiritually, in the Sodom, and it's gonna get that same judgment. But hey, more. All right. So the first scripture on the grab, because I just quoted it, was Isaiah 3 and verse 9. It says, it says, they show of their countenance doth like the show of their countenance doth witness against her, and they declare their sin as Sodom, they hide it not. You know what I mean? Now everybody coming out the closet. You know what I'm saying? I was out there in Cali not too long ago, like probably about 10, it was a minute, 10, 11 months or so, something like that. And, you actually got to be there to, I ain't going to say believe it, but to really just realize how real it is. I done seen, you know what I'm saying, the sodomite flag being waved on TV and all that. But when I was out there in Cali, they actually got whole ass communities just for sodomites, and they got the flags up there, and that shit is not being hidden, man. You know what I'm saying? Back then, it was a shame for somebody to be, you know what I'm saying, into the same gender. I remember, you know what I'm saying, we was picking on little niggas like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be next to you. You know what I mean? Or you whooping on them or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know the shit Jake used to do when you know what I'm saying, you was younger. Alright? But now, you know what I'm saying, you got, you know what I'm saying, little boys talking about they want to be drag queens. Hey, this is why America is going to, go out in the fashion that it's going to go out. You know what I mean? With them missiles, and the missiles is nothing to be, you know what I'm saying, played with. It's a lot of people that really believe that missiles, don't have the capability, you know what I'm saying, that they really do. Until they see it, though. Alright? It says, they hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. You know what I mean? Woe means destruction. You know what I'm saying? And that third woe that's written in the book of Revelation, it's coming. Hey, quick. You know what I mean? Bros was just doing all types of lessons. You know what I'm saying? On, you know what I'm saying? I think, who was it? Russia and China, if I'm not mistaken. I think they was doing military drills with each other or something. I know North Korea had just, had another parade showing off their missiles and shit. These nations saying, hey, Let the weak say I'm strong. You know what I'm saying? Now they got the technology that Esau got. They don't give a bro. Hey, these nations don't care. They'll go to war with Babylon. You know what I'm saying? And they are, because it's prophecy. It's prophecy that they're gonna be rising up against the great whore. And it's prophecy that hey, they're gonna eventually, you know what I'm saying, blow it up. And that's what's coming. And I can't wait. I don't know to I do be a part of that elect number, because the way that Jake is finna get it and these heathens, man, it's gonna be no joke. You know what I'm saying? But now let's get the book of Lamentations, the 4th chapter, and I'm gonna get one more after that and close it out. All right, this is Lamentations 4 and verse 6. It says, Kanye 6. It says, "For the punishment of the iniquity of the daughter of my people is greater than the punishment of the sin of Sodom." And of course, you know what I'm saying, like I, reiterated it, Sodom had, been destroyed, with fire and brimstone. In other words, what Esau calls meteorites. You know what I mean? The shit was damn near atomic. You know what I mean? Just look at Sodom and Gomorrah today. They got the highest rate of sulfur over there. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no grass growing over there at that motherfucker. No trees, nothing. Ain't none of that. People don't live there. Nobody lives in that region. You know what I'm saying? That was, the Lord showing a little bit of his power, And if it went out in that type of fashion, and the Lord saying that the punishment, of the sins, Jake is gonna be greater than that. Hey, that you can't even really, you can only use your imagination, but that's not even going, do it justice. And this is going to start with Jacob's trouble. But we know that the end result of this, of the great whore is fire, man. You know what I'm saying? Which in today's time is going to be caused with them thermonuclear missiles, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why they created something that can, split an atom just to create that big ass explosion. Hey, the Lord didn't bless them with that type of technology to do that for no reason, man. That's all for the will of the Lord. Hey, even the Lord said it. Let the wicked, be careful of their evil, roughly paraphrasing. But let me continue to read. It says, "For the punishment of iniquity of the daughter of my people is better than the punishment of the sin of Sodom, that was overthrown as in a moment, and no hand stayed on her." You know what I mean? Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed like that. You know what I mean? Ain't no telling how long it actually took. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord, he said that America was going to be destroyed in an hour. You know what I'm saying? An hour, that's only 60 minutes. You can run through an hour like that, especially if you're doing some shit you like. All right? That's how fast America is going to be destroyed, man. And you Jakes, go hand on in hand. They should both not be unpunished. Roughly paraphrasing. You Jakes going to get that same fate that, America as a whole is going to get, man. That's if you don't repent, which is most Jakes not, man. Let's get Hosea 4 on verse 1. It says, "Hear the word of the Lord, you children of Israel, for the Lord had the controversy with the inhabitants of the land." Right? So the Lord basically has a problem, with how this shit is being ran. All right? You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, because his people all fucked up. Look how Jake is, man. You can walk up the street, and like I said, even just get on social media, and you a click away from seeing some shit like this. You know what I mean? Like I said, bro's supposed to be a young king, you know what I'm saying? Yashala, Prince of the Power, he's supposed to be a young prince, you know what I'm saying, for the Most High, but this nigga a whole abomination, a part of the Esau. That's the shit Esau do. For you to be a Jake, and for you to not, you know what I'm saying, like Kuba, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, like women, you got a heavy demon on you, because that's one thing about Jake. You know what I'm saying? Jake love women. You know what I'm saying? When you hearing Jake talk, what is Jake more than likely talking about? You know what I'm saying? A bitch with a big old booty and all that. Probably a yellow bone, whatever Jake into. Jake ain't really got no type like that. You know what I'm saying? But for you to see a Jake that's like that, that's into that shit, he got a heavy demon on him, man. Alright? It says, "For the Lord had the controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth." You know what I'm saying? That's all that's pushed here in America. Lives, all this shit is a scam. You go to school, go to Esau's, school system, and you being lied to the whole goddamn time. You know what I'm saying?
Even, you know what I'm saying, how Jake goes, you know what I'm saying, to church, these different denominations, you being lied to. That's the ultimate form of being lied to because, you know what I'm saying, Esau done twisted the image of the Most High, you know what I'm saying, and his son and his people, made it look like him and shit, all right? Which is Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. They covered the face of the judges, all right? About every damn thing, who we are, you know what I'm saying? They out here calling Jake Africans and shit, you know what I'm saying? All types of other shit, monkeys. There ain't no truth here in Babylon. These other countries, a lot of them know who the people here in Babylon are today. They know who the Edomites are, and they know who the Israelites are. All right? It says, no mercy. Nigga Jake out here is going through it. I myself, I'm going through it. You know what I mean? You buy, you know what I'm saying, land and shit, and you still got to pay property taxes on it. That's called not having any mercy because if you don't pay them taxes, they not going to be like, okay, it's okay, we'll give you a little more time. They don't do that, they gonna go take your shit. And even if they do give you a little more time, you don't make it within that deadline, they gonna go take it, even though you just spent your hard-earned money on that. You know what I'm saying? The food, everything here is polluted. The air we breathe, the food you know what I'm saying, we intake, the water we intake, whatever, man. All right? There's no type of mercy here in Babylon, man. All right? It says no knowledge of Yahweh in the land. You know what I'm saying? Hey, most of our people really don't even know that the Most High's name is Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? They think it's Jesus, they think it's Yahweh, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They don't even believe, you know what I'm saying? A lot of our people don't even believe that, you know what I'm saying, Yahweh, you know what I'm saying, while Yahweh Shai are so-called black, you know what I'm saying, entities, you know what I mean? And that's all because Esau, you know what I'm saying, and, hey, literally wash their brain the fuck out. Not literally, you know what I mean, but, hey, wash their brain out, man, with his bullshit. You know what I mean? With his, you know what I'm saying, philosophies and ideologies and his damn pseudo-science. All right? But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all that I had to bring out. Hey, if you can't see, you know what I'm saying, on water, Lord got to burn this bitch, and I don't know what to tell you, man. All right. Call out your how by Shema Shah by Shema Kata.
Shalom in the Bible bar.